Imagine a country known for its paradise beaches, golden temples, a cuisine that blends sweet, sour, and spicy flavors in a unique way, and a welcoming people with smiles that captivate the world. Yes, we're talking about Thailand, a destination that fascinates tourists and adventurers, where the spirituality of Buddhist monks meets the vibrant modernity of cities like Bangkok. But behind this image of a tropical paradise, there's a reality that few talk about. A generation of women who are challenging centuries-old traditions, choosing to stay single, and in the process, creating a silent crisis that is transforming the country in an unprecedented way. We are witnessing a profound cultural shift, one that affects not only the structure of Thai families, but also the economy, society, and the way the country envisions its future. Today, we're diving into this controversial topic to uncover what it truly means for Thailand. Is the country ready for this change? How does it impact the traditional perception of Thai women? And in the end, is this really a crisis, or just the inevitable reflection of an evolving society? Let's find out. To understand the impact of this change, we need to look at the numbers. In Thailand, more than 60% of women over 30 are single. That's right, 60%. And that number is only growing. But the most interesting part? For many of them, this isn't just a temporary situation, it's a life choice. We're talking about women who, decades ago, were expected to marry young, start a family, and dedicate their lives to the household. But times have changed. They are studying more than ever, securing places in the job market, and becoming increasingly financially independent. Today, many of them hold high-ranking positions in multinational companies, start their own businesses, and travel the world, something that once seemed unthinkable. For these women, marriage is no longer a necessity, but merely an option, one that many prefer not to choose. But this change doesn't come without challenges. Thai society, still deeply rooted in family traditions and cultural expectations, struggles to adapt to this transformation. For many families, marriage and motherhood are still seen as the primary purpose of a woman's life. Those who choose a different path may be judged, pressured, or even marginalized within their own communities. And that's exactly why this shift is being called a crisis. But is this crisis real? Or is the real issue a society that insists on maintaining outdated standards? Thailand is a country of contrasts. On one hand, we have Bangkok, a cosmopolitan, modern, and connected metropolis where individuality is encouraged, and Western lifestyles have a strong influence. On the other, we have rural provinces where traditions remain deeply rooted, and the role of women is still defined by long-standing cultural norms. And it's within this clash of realities that many Thai women find themselves. They don't want to abandon their roots, but they also don't want to give up the freedom they've fought for. The challenge is balancing these two opposing forces. And this shift doesn't just affect women's personal lives. It's reshaping the entire structure of the country. With fewer marriages and fewer children being born, Thailand's birth rate has plummeted over the past decades. A country that once saw population growth as an economic engine now faces the opposite challenge: a rapidly aging population and a shrinking workforce. This means fewer young people to support the economy, fewer taxpayers contributing to Social Security, and a possible future where there are more elderly people than those in the workforce. But is the solution really to pressure women into returning to old societal norms? Or should society adapt to this new reality? Looking at other countries that have faced similar changes, we can see different approaches. In Japan and South Korea, for example, low birth rates have also become a national concern. These governments are now implementing solutions like financial incentives for couples who have children and labor law changes to allow women to balance careers and motherhood. Will Thailand follow the same path, or will we see a new model emerge? One thing is certain: today's Thai women are writing a new story. They're not just rejecting traditional roles, they're redefining what it means to be a Thai woman in the 21st century. They are proving that independence and tradition can coexist, that it's possible to be strong, independent, and successful without following a script written by past generations. And what's even more interesting is that this change isn't happening only in Thailand. This is a global phenomenon. More and more women around the world are rethinking marriage and motherhood, prioritizing their personal ambitions and desires over societal expectations. And this raises an even bigger question. Are we witnessing the end of the traditional family as we know it? Or are we simply entering a new era where everyone has more freedom to choose their own path? At the end of the day, Thailand's so-called single women crisis is much more than a social issue. It's a reflection of the modern world's transformation, the fight for equality, and the right of every person to live life on their own terms. And maybe, instead of a crisis, we should see this as a revolutionary movement. And what do you think about this change? Do you think Thai women are right to challenge traditions? Or do you believe the country needs to find a balance between the old and the new? Drop your opinion in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.